Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Sunday to you all. Hopefully, you're enjoying your weekends, or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully, having a great day nonetheless. We continue with the latest drop from Miss Chaeyeon. The title track was absolutely brilliant, so much fun, very good time indeed. But we have B-sides to get through because she has once again dropped a mini album to go along with the title track, titled the SHOWDOWN EP. 5-track mini album. We have got 4 new B-sides to check out, so we are going to be doing just that. Usual album listen rules apply. We'll go through the album in order. I'll read the song credits before every single song. We'll listen through them. I'll do the whole waffling spiel, rinse and repeat 4 times, and that'll be that. So, let's dive into it. Here we go! Gosh almighty, it is toasty warm. It's not even toasty, it's soupy warm today. Humidity is super high, temperature's super high. Feels like when you're walking through soup when you go outside. Ugh, not a fun time. Anyways, 5 songs, 4 to go, because we already spent time on the title track. Track number 1 is Don't, the title track. Let me read the credits off of it real quick, though. Lyrics by Soyoung-bae and Yu Ju-yi from RBW, along with Chaeyeon on lyrics. Hell yeah! Soyoung-bae and Yu Ju-yi on composition, and Soyoung-bae on arrangement, which takes us to track number 2, titled "Summer Heat." Huh? Interesting connection there. I say interesting connection because I'm planning on doing On and Off's popping album, and I think most of the songs on it are titled "Summer Blank" at the end. Cool, coinky dink. Anyways. Lyrics by Soyoung-bae, Kim Min-gi, and Perry. Same on composition, and Soyoung-bae and Kim Min-gi on arrangement. All right. Buckle up one time, okay. It's firm. It's got that, the key it's written in is like very reminiscent of that kind of ethnic music, isn't it? That like Saharan type musical key. Hello, vocal run. Is it written in harmonic minor? Is it written in harmonic minor? It could be, actually. Neat. I love an international influence on a song. But it's not the entire song that has that key. Cool. I can see why, like, this is one of those songs that's gotten a live stage from a showcase. It got recommended to me earlier on in the week, but this very much is a song that I can see choreo with. Speaking of choreo moments, dance break. Oh, no final chorus. Okay, so we end on a dance break. Okay, I'm on board with that. It's firm. It's definitely firm. Like, Don't is a song that's got a good amount of energy to it. It's not like the bright and loud energy like we got from Let's Dance or Knock. but it's still got a good amount of power behind it. But Summer Heat brings a sledgehammer to the party. Like, it's heavy in the bottom end, and it's punchy in the bottom end. I mean, for Chaeyeon, it makes sense. I mean, I feel like her music is going to naturally lean more towards choreography-oriented stuff, which is perfectly okay. I mean, she can dance. So, play to your own strengths, right? It makes sense. But, I mean, plus points already on the fact that we have that international influence. I love cool little, like, niche, not instrumental, but, like, composition styles like that. The reason why some standout songs for me don't sound standard pop music-esque. So, like, if we're talking music that stems from kind of this region of the world, we can think of stuff like Kingdom's Coup d'etat or Black Swan's Karma. I think that's a little bit of a different direction, but that kind of Central Asia, Central and like that Arabian Peninsula, North African continent, like there's some really cool musical styles and sounds that you can get from those regions of the world that's really tasty if done right, and can be really cool to kind of spice up a pop song. And I'm always going to welcome whenever an artist or composer decides to do that. Just, take a little step out of the box and go a little bit creative with it. Hell yeah. Wish it was a little bit longer, but you know what? Hey ho. Can't complain too much. Any Hoosers. Track at number 3, Supernatural. Lyrics by Soyeon-bae and Yoo-ju-yi. Same on composition, Soyeon-bae on arrangement. Supernatural. Who had a song? Ace had a song called Supernatural not too long ago. Oh, it's double time. Again, quite a nice snappy beat. Once again, we have another song where it's got a really nice groove and it's not the loudest thing in the world, but it's got some power behind it. Also, this pre-chorus even adds more of that power too, doesn't it? Okay, yeah, we are going along this kind of groovier route. Really interesting vocal filter for that finish on the hook. Little syncopation on the accented beats there. Love a good 808 section like this. It's an easy song on the ears, especially. It's just kind of, it's a press play and go type of vibe. This reminds me of something, but I can't remember what it is. It's an EDM song that I used to listen to, but I can't remember what it is, or even who it's by. But it is very much, for me, in the direction of, say, a song like Magnetic, where we have this kind of melodically not the most complicated top line in the world, and it's repetitive. It's got that quick rhythm. which I feel like a lot of artists are taking nowadays. No problem with that, just an observation. Yeah, neat. It's groovy. This one I don't see choreo as clearly as the other two. Hold on. Where'd it go? There we go. Messing around with the OBS audio settings and I lost my page. Like, Summer Heat and Dope very much I can see choreo. Supernatural, I can't really imagine the choreo or like what kind of choreo will go along with this. Admittedly, I'm not a dancer by any means. I might as well have bricks for feet. So I'm probably the worst person in the world to ask about choreo, but I like to think I have a very creative mind, and yeah, I just don't see choreo for this. I see like a self-shot MV for this possibly, but I do wonder though. You know, we're seeing groups do more of that chiller, groovier type beat as the year progresses. I wonder if that is going to become like this year's sound for girl groups. As we've gotten multiple groups that have debuted with a sound like this, groups that have come back with sounds like this, not just on title tracks, but like on B-sides and stuff as well. And I feel like we're seeing more and more artists do this chill groove bop hybrid. And I don't know. It's interesting because we're in that weird kind of in between where we are pretty much all the way into 5th gen now, but it's like 4th gen is still just hanging on by a thread, and seeing like the 4th gen artists slowly adapt into that 5th gen sound now. And I wonder what that shift is going to end up becoming, because we won't really know until a couple of years past it, where we can kind of retrospectively go back and look at it. So interesting. That's the wrong button. Come on. There we go. Rightio. Track number 4, Standing on My Own. Lyrics by Soyoung-bae and Yeon. Composition, Soyoung-bae. Is that INF or is that LNF? And Yeon is Soyoung-bae, and LNF or INF on arrangement. I wish there was an easier way to tell what's a lowercase L and what's an uppercase I on browsers. Huh. Anyways. Non sequitur. Ooh, very soft entry. Really cool guitar instruments they're using here. It's mixed in a way that has this high timbre, almost like a mandolin, but there's also the electric guitar and the acoustic guitar on it as well. Ooh. It's like ballad meets anthem kind of vibe. Nice long hold. Yeah, it's got a really nice chill vibe to it. That's got a hint of that late night vibe to it. It's got that anthem vibe to it. It's got an EDM vibe to it. It's like no, it's not really like Airplane Mode by From S9, but similar vibes. Groove, EDM, low instruments. What's a nice crispy vocal part that's very front and center, even with the reverb and the harmony. Really cool that the standing on my own line really does feel like it's standing on its own whenever it comes around in the song. You know, when you get lyrics that tie in like that, it's always very neat. It's very clever, but nice. I'm a sucker for a little bit of a ballad type song, so this very much plays to my musical interests. But standing on my own, the fact that it does have a little bit of that more chill vibe to it, while also not skimping on the power and the punchiness, as I think very neat to listen to. Like, it has I think the emotional aspects that you get from a ballad, ones that I love dearly, but it's also got the heaviness, especially in the bottom end once that 808 kicks in, is nice. And it, weirdly enough, having a more prominent bass, that part alone almost kind of spruces up the song past the point of a ballad and becoming an anthem more like. And that's super cool, because I also love a good anthem song. But for me, it's the way that Chaeyeon's vocals, even with a song that is quite bottom loaded, still is, front and center, and it just rings out. It's almost like her high vocals, because you don't get a lot of mids, you get a lot of lows and a lot of highs through her voice and the instrumental. It just pops a little bit. It's sharp, and it's very clearly sitting up top, and it just kind of rings out. It's really satisfying to listen to, so no complaints from me whatsoever on that one. And then one final song. Let me check. Yes, one final song. Track number 5, titled Dreaming. Lyrics by Miss Chaeyeon herself, Adam H. Evans, and Jim Min Ho of RW. Composition, Adam H. Evans and Jin Min Ho. Arrangement, Adam H. Evans, Jin Min Ho, and Kang Min Hoon. Alright. I should probably pay attention to the lyrics. Okay, so we're gonna go anthem into a ballad to finish, I'm guessing. Ooh, low vocals. Loving that we're pushing the acoustic instruments. Hey, we are going to end on a nice ballad. Okay. It's not using the key progression that I assumed it would, which is cool. There's a lot of interesting kind of suspense moments throughout because of it. And I love that in the ballad we get like the full Chaeyeon vocal range. We started low, but this chorus gets her into that breathy high voice. Strings with electric guitar, always a great time. Yes, I love a sustained chord like that. Sustained into the home. Ooh.
나란 별 안에서 누구보다 자유롭게 숨 쉴 거라고 너의 옆에 누워 다정하게 매일 밤 꼭 속삭일게 얼마나 날 꿈꿔왔는지
Nice, nice. You know what's really interesting is whenever any Eyes One related group does a ballad, it takes me back to the finale of Produce 48 with the final 20, I think, singing Yume o Miteru Aida or As We Dream. I remember the whole journey of watching Produce 48. Never want to do it again, but I still remember going through that entire show, following it from beginning to end, and just remembering that whole experience. But there's one, like, everyone has like a go-to song when it comes to performances from like the Produce and Planet shows. Like for Girls Planet 999, a lot of people have like fond memories. E plus me equals love or the Medusa, stuff like that. Again, I didn't watch the show. I just know of them through secondhand accounts. But for me, from Produce 48, it wasn't Rumor. It wasn't. I'm trying to think of other performances now, but the one that always stuck out to me was As We Dream from the finale. And of course, Eyes One performed it later down the road on their own album. And we also got another ballad in memory from Eyes One. But just knowing what went, like the emotional value that went into As We Dream on Produce 48 has always stuck with me. So whenever we get an any artist post Eyes One era doing a ballad, that same emotional element kind of like resonates again within me. But when it comes to Dreaming, this like stylistically, at least how my ears are picking up on it, is the closest I've felt about a post Eyes One ballad to As We Dream for me. It's got such similar vibes to it. The kind of composition style of it, the way the song progresses, the way the vocals kind of resonate in my heartstrings. There have been a handful of ballads that have dropped from post Eyes One. I have had ballads. The Seraphim haven't had like a really slow emotional ballad to my short-term memory. Umbi hasn't had that many either. Yudi's had a couple. So like it's not like they're non-existent. They are out there. But Dreaming for me is the closest any Eyes for or post Eyes One member or artist has gotten to As We Dream. This will always be special to me now because of that connection. So pretty too. And I think Chaeyeon's vocals has a really interesting airy color to them, especially once you get into that high chest voice of hers. It's just very satisfying to me. And as someone who, oftentimes gets seen for her performance abilities, like during Eyes One, she was usually front and center for dance breaks and sometimes got put into rap sections alongside Yena, especially later on in their career. But vocalist Chaeyeon is a vibe, and I'm glad she got to show off this kind of softer side of her, because performer Chaeyeon can get a little bit intense. So to see that counter side with the really soft, pretty vocal, hell yeah, love that. Good times indeed. Yeah, if I have to choose B side of the album, I think it probably will go to Dreaming. Although Standing on My Own is very good too. Like the last two songs on the album are very good. I probably do have to say Don't is my favorite song on the album, though. It's very nice. And everything is going to get playlisted immediately, so no concerns on that front. But cool. Very cool stuff. I hope she does well on this. I hope we can get Chaeyeon a music show win. Although I don't know who's promoting at the moment, and I have a sneaking suspicion there's some big names still promoting in the next couple weeks. We also have quite a few major comebacks this upcoming week too. So it's going to take a Herculean effort to get her a win, unfortunately. Feels bad because I'm pretty sure she's, in terms of solo members, is she the only one without a music show win at the moment? Either way, I'm not going to dwell on that for too long. At the end of the day, Chaeyeon is back with brand new music, and as a Wiz one, I can't complain about that at all. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you all for listening along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me, say let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day-to-day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.